Happy New Year. We had lots of fun today. Morgan felt like one of the gang, one of the girly pops, and we think you're going to really enjoy her story. Lots of fun and lots of real.
Real?
Real.
Real.
Real life.
We believe a birth story doesn't begin with labor, it begins with her.
Welcome to Girly Pop Birth Talks, where we go beyond the delivery room. Each week, we interview a woman just like you and unlike you about her pregnancy, her birth, and also her becoming, and what led her to the most transformative experience of her life.
So grab a drink, a snack, and cozy up, because around here we go from laughing 1 minute to crying the next.
As we listen to the stories that shape us.
Because birth isn't just about babies, it's about the women who rise in the process. Ready, guys?
Yeah.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
Happy
New Year! Welcome.
Thank you.
Morgan Kuppenbender.
Thank you.
That was great.
That was good.
Thank you.
That was good.
To Girly Pop Birth Talks. Our first guest of the new year.
Yes.
So excited.
Thank you for having me.
We need to cheers. We're gonna do the mocktail first thing.
Wow.
We always do a mocktail.
Oh, I love
but
that.
We usually forget until about 45 minutes.
Yes, and
Our
yes.
little miniature coupe glasses.
The ball just
Those are so
dropped.
cute.
So
yeah, we
The
have to
ball
do
is
it.
on the floor.
Yes.
We're about to hear this birth story. This is Hi-Yo pineapple coconut.
Ooh.
And we're gonna get a little aptogenic high.
Aptogenic high. I'm so shaky.
Ooh, it's pretty good.
You got your little tray. Have you ever had Hi-Yo's?
No.
They're
Hi-Yo
really good.
sponsor us.
Oh, okay.
They're amazing. They're now getting more places.
Yeah.
But they used to only be at like Nugget. Now they're like at
Target.
multiple stores.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
It's delicious. It's adaptogenics. They have like, what is it, like 5 key vitamins.
We love that.
I'm not
in a
going to
drink.
shout them out anymore.
Yeah.
'cause they're not paying me. But they're delish and I'm a fan and you
Yeah.
should try them
I'm in.
if you're
Into that sort of thing.
Yes.
that.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go back.
Yes.
Tell us about Morgan. Well, first of all, you didn't ask her.
Who are
she
you?
is. How do I know
We
your
don't
name?
even know who's sitting in front of us. Just a beautiful woman.
Thank you. I'm Morgan Kuppenbender.
Kuppenbender.
I am a mom. I'm a business owner. I work full time in sales as well. And I grew up in Sacramento, so I'm a Sacramento native. Thank goodness. My husband and I have been together since 2009, so quite a long time. We're high school sweethearts.
Well, you're just beautiful and I'm
Thank
so
you.
excited to hear.
Thank you.
And you do a lot.
I do. Yes.
I'm curious like what that was then going into motherhood, like how you kept a business and sales and that like
You're
a
like
lot of caffeine.
Okay.
It was really a lot. I had a really easy pregnancy, so like thankfully I was able to kind of like move into motherhood pretty easily. I have a lot of help. My in-laws live really close. My mom and dad live really close. My sister-in-law helps out a lot. My sisters help out a lot. We have a wonderful nanny 3 days a week, so thankfully we have a lot of help.
Yeah.
But it was a lot. I think
It's
I
so
took
hard to find a nanny.
It is. And they don't talk about that. And I feel
No.
like no one ever is like, you need help with this. So
Yeah.
you should go to this website.
Yep.
Like I knew nothing other than care.com because that's what I was on when I was a nanny at 15.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like,
So rational.
you know, like,
Where
I
did
don't
you
know.
find your nanny?
A Facebook group.
Okay, that's
yeah,
where
that's where I was
Yes.
at when I was a nanny. I was
It
like,
was amazing.
Yeah.
And she's fabulous. We love her. She just graduated nursing school. She wants to be a labor and delivery nurse, which I
Aw.
love. And she's just so good with James.
don't give her my number. You won't have a nanny.
Becca's gonna steal
Yeah,
it.
I'm like, I'm supposed to be a doula.
Yeah. No, she's amazing. She's just the best and so good with James, which thank God.
Aw.
And we both work from home, so it's kind of nice that like,
Yeah.
you know, we're at home and she's at home with him. And so if we
Mhm.
need like a little quick cuddle or something, we can, you know, go in
Hop
the
in
living
there.
room and
Yeah.
hang out
Yeah.
to see him.
What do
Yeah.
you do for sales, if you don't mind me asking?
I am what's called a business development rep. So I cold call and cold email all day long.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah.
But is that like fun?
It is. It's for an SMS marketing tool. So, you know, those like when you go onto a website and like a pop up comes up and it's like, do you want 20% off? And you put in your email
Yeah.
and you put in your number. We're the ones that text you
Oh,
with
okay.
like this
Oh.
is your 20% off code. And then they'll keep texting you of like, this is back in stock and this is Black Friday sale. And you left this in the cart. Come back and purchase. We
Mhm.
do that.
I just thought
So
that
it's
was a
actually cool.
computer.
No, it's an actual company. And
Okay,
we have a
wow.
ton of competitors. It's really cool.
I just saw this. I don't know if you know Feeding Clean Littles?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I don't know if you saw her post this, but
Yes.
she got she says she gets texts from those
Yes.
companies all the time.
Yes.
And she'll just text back, stop, because
Yes.
she just wants it to stop.
Yes.
And then the person texted back, because first it was this automated one, and she just said, stop. And she said, girl, what? You stop. Like, somebody texted her back
What?
from the business. And
I need to go check this out. That is
Yes.
hilarious.
I'm like, wait, did somebody get
Actually, I would probably buy something after, but I'm like, oh my God.
I would actually. Like, oh my God, hey girl.
Oh my God. I would love that.
That was hilarious.
That's very funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do that
Mm.
Monday through Friday, obviously, as my full-time job, and then I do wedding stuff on the side.
Fun.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's fun.
What's wedding planning like?
A lot.
That would be my worst job. That does not sound
Yeah.
fun to me. But I see it's like being someone's doula on their wedding day.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I planned my wedding through COVID. So I got engaged in 2019. Everyone thought I was crazy for wanting a 2-year engagement. That's what I always wanted. I wanted to be engaged for a long time. And then COVID hit and everyone was like, wow, you're so smart. I was like, I know. So I planned
just knew
it.
this was
Yeah,
coming.
just like I knew it was happening. So I planned my entire wedding through COVID and just like I had no idea what the heck I was doing. I had a wedding planner and she was fabulous, but she was like 2 hours away because she was also my florist. So it was just like I was able to do a lot. My mom's super organized. She has like binders for like family vacations and stuff and like makes them crazy. And so
Oh
like
my gosh.
she was a very organized person growing
Mhm.
up that I like always saw. So I think like me and definitely my oldest sister kind of took that and now we're
Mhm.
type A and super way too organized.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
No. I have those bouts of myself where I'll
Yes.
like put the Canva presentation
Of course.
together. But then my whole other life, like my biggest flex, which is not a flex, I should be embarrassed by it, is I don't have like a Google Calendar. Like I have no calendar
What?
ever. Like I have
So
this,
like
I have
how do you
like
know what's going on?
It's pretty
I
incredible.
have this thing. I have Calendly, like that
Oh,
schedules
yeah,
my
yeah,
appointments.
yeah.
But that's just for like my Zooms. So
Oh
I'll
my-
like wake up and look at that, but like nothing else. I'm like,
Oh,
I should
have
not
like
admit that.
I have a paper calendar and then I have my work calendar
I'm like
and then I
that.
have my MBK events calendar and then we have a calendar on our fridge and then I have a paper calendar that hangs up in my office.
Everything is in my brain.
That's good
It's
for you,
no,
girl.
it's not good. It's not good.
Yeah, I think
Ask
I
her
would
how many
probably
appointments she
lose
misses.
something. Yeah.
Yeah. It's where my mental health stems
Exactly.
from.
Mental health calendar. I don't know which one I would choose.
Yeah. And I have the solution.
Yeah.
And I every day choose not to use it.
You know, maybe someday.
Maybe
someday.
someday.
Maybe the new year. Maybe
Yeah,
you'll get
my
there,
New
you
Year
know?
resolution.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so what I'm dying to know
Yeah.
is you guys met in 2009.
Yes.
You didn't get married until 2021,
2021.
and you wanted a 2-year engagement.
Yeah.
So please tell me about this patience of yours. Like,
Okay, so wait, how many years is that?
I don't even
We were
know.
together for 10 years before he proposed.
Before
So
he
09 to
proposed.
2019.
And I know people were bugging you for those
Yeah.
10 years.
And I mean, you have to think about, right? We started dating when I was 13 and he was 15. So it wasn't like we were adults, right? Like now you get together, you're 30, you date
Yeah.
for 2 years, you get
Yeah.
engaged, right? That's normal.
So you were 23.
I was 20, almost 24 when he proposed, and then 26 when I got married.
I feel like when you're 30, that feels like
Yes.
not a big deal. But when
Totally.
you're like 20 to 23, that feels like a lifetime.
It does. It does.
Mhm.
And we knew we wanted to be together, but I think for him, it was like he had just graduated college. He was only out of college for like, 5 or 6 years by the time he proposed. He really wanted to like go into marriage with like no debt. And
Yeah.
we were both financially stable and we both had
Mhm.
great jobs. And, I graduated college and it took me a while to find a job. I got laid off from sales and then I went to the paralegal route and then I was as a paralegal for 2 years and then I was like, this sucks. I hate it. And then I went back to sales. So I had moved around a lot. And so I think for him, it was just more of let's get to a spot where we're financially stable, we're comfortable, we're in the place that we want to live. And then let's get engaged. And I'm so glad he waited. I think that if he did it any time earlier, I don't think that we both would have been mature enough for it. Like marriage is a big deal. It's not
Yeah.
just a ring on your finger and saying I do in 2 years.
Yeah.
It's work and it takes a lot and
Yeah.
you need to be mature enough to handle it. And I don't think that we could have if he
Mhm.
proposed anytime sooner.
Yeah.
You know?
It's so mature of you.
I try.
At 23, no, that's impressive.
Yes.
Like
yeah.
to be like, I want to be debt free. I want to do all these things.
Yes. And don't get me wrong, I was giving him crap all the time for it, and so was everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in hindsight,
Hindsight,
now
of
that I'm
course, yeah.
31, I can
Yeah.
be like, no, thank you for not
Yeah.
proposing when I was a fetus.
Yeah.
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 Your foundation's probably so much stronger.
Totally.
Mhm.
Totally.
Wow.
So how did you guys meet? Like, was it like at a football game or?
No, so we went to different schools, obviously. He went to a school in Carmichael. I went to a school in Roseville. I played soccer growing up. So I was in competitive soccer for like 15 years of my life. And so I was on a team when I was 9. I met a girl. She went by the name of Petey. And
That is so cute.
something about her, I was just like, I kind of like you. You're fun. You have a strong personality. Like there was something about her, and she did not like me. Like I had acrylic nails, I had makeup on, I had bleach blonde hair. Like I
Like
was
her
not.
as a lover or like her as a friend?
No, as a friend.
Oh, I don't know.
Just clarifying.
Just clarifying for just
Well, you
future.
said it like you were like,
No, it's a girl crush.
She
It's
just
like, I
like
wanna be
she's
her
now
friend.
my bestie, so like I have to, she's my girl.
no, I love it. Just
But she
clarify.
did not like me. Like I was not the normal soccer player. Like I
Mhm.
wore makeup. I was one of 4 girls. Like of course I'm not going to be very similar to her, where she grew up with 2 boys. 2 older brothers. And so I had to kind of, win her over a little bit, and then we became friends. And about a year into our friendship, I realized that her real name was Morgan, and I had no idea. But she had went by PD for her entire childhood. And so we like bonded on that.
But she just kept that from you? Like,
It just
oh, by the
wasn't
way,
a
we
thing
have the
'cause
same
everyone
names.
on the soccer team just called her Petey. So
Yeah,
I just
you're not
assumed
worried
like
about it.
I'm not worried about it. I'm like, whatever. And then it just like randomly got brought up. And then she had a party. Her mom and dad threw a party at their house for like our end of the year soccer party. And I saw there was like 3 guys in the pool behind a gate. And I was sitting at a table, and I was like, wonder who those people are. And I like got up and I asked one of the soccer players, like, do we know who like those guys are? And one of them was like, oh yeah, that's like Petey's 2 brothers and then their friend. I was like, oh, okay. And I like didn't think anything of it. Then I kind of got a little closer. I was like, oh, he's kind of like that one over there is kind of cute. Like, I wonder like how old he is. And someone was like, I think he's 2 years older than us. I was like, oh, okay. And then like
Were
30
you like
minutes later,
10 at this point?
I
or-
was 9.
Still 9. Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Oh my God.
I don't know if I was looking at boys at 9.
Okay, you have to realize though, I had 2 older sisters
grew up
and
with
an older
sisters.
brother.
Okay.
So
No,
like
I
very
was-
different,
Such a, I don't want to say the wrong word here. I was that kid.
Yes. Like you just
Yeah.
I always had a boyfriend, or I always had a
Oh,
crush.
I was
and-
always kissing someone.
Yes, there was always someone that I was telling my mom and dad about that I
Yep.
wanted to kiss.
Yep.
I was that. And
Yep.
so I realized that I kind of like thought he was cute. And so I realized that he was like throwing stuff at me, like strawberries at me.
Oh.
And I had always in my brain remembered, like my mom was like, if a boy is like messing with you, it's because they like you. And I was like, oh, I'm going to use this to my advantage. So I
Mhm.
threw the strawberries back. And then Petey was in the bathroom, and I stole her phone, and I grabbed his number out of her phone, and I texted him when I got home.
So is it Petey's brother or friend?
Petey's brother. Petey's older brother. Yeah.
Oh.
So Petey is my age. She's 4 months younger than me. And then her brother, Mark, is the second, and he's 33. And then they have an older brother who's Matt, and he's 35.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you guys were both Morgan Kuppenbender.
Correct.
Is
We
she
technically
married now?
still are. She's
Okay.
married, but she hasn't changed her name yet. It's a lot. It's a
Oh.
process.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like,
It took me a
it's
long
a process.
time.
She went to law school, and she was waiting for like to graduate and
yeah.
become an attorney. And then she was like, I'll do it. And then it's just a lot.
It is a lot.
So we're both Morgan Kuppenbender still.
Amazing.
love
There's
that.
2 Morgan Kuppenbenders in the world. How do you know? Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm still stuck on like, what was I doing at 9? I definitely wasn't like, this boy's flirting with me and let me get his number. Like, I don't know. I think I was making videos in my room. alone.
Probably. I mean, I still was doing that, but I was hoping that boys would see it.
Yeah. No, I'm like,
I love
yeah,
that.
this is
No,
me.
she knows. She's
Like I was
totally-
still hoping that boys would see it and be like, "Oh, she's cute." You
No,
know?
I was like that. Like something's seriously wrong with me. I
Yeah.
was the kid that was like, okay, who can marry me? Okay, I want 3 kids. I was planning my whole life at like
Mhm.
9, 10, 11, 12.
She also grew up with sisters. So like,
Okay,
there
so
must be
all
something
sisters
about that.
for you?
All sisters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
See,
Yeah.
you just get it. It's
Yeah.
just different. Like
Mhm.
I feel like my childhood would have been very different if I like only had a brother
Yeah.
or if I was the oldest. Like I just feel
Mhm.
like it was very different. Like all I saw was my sister had a very long-term boyfriend. My other sister had a very long-term
Yeah.
boyfriend. Like my brother always had a girlfriend. Like there was always
Mhm.
I also grew up in a home. I don't know if this means anything or if you can relate, but
Yeah.
it was like the whole point in life was to like get married, have kids.
Yeah.
There wasn't like other like go to college.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It's so funny because I'm like not married or have kids.
Yeah.
But
I don't necessarily think that that was my childhood. The only thing that I would say is like I grew up in a family that had a very loving mom and dad. They still very are much in love. They were high school sweethearts. They got married at 19 and 20.
I
They've been
can't
together
relate to
ever
that.
since. They just celebrated 40 years. Like
Wow.
I had always been in a childhood that like I saw my parents still kiss and hold hands and hug and,
Mhm.
fight in the kitchen and around each other and tickle each other's butts. Like that's kind of like how I grew up,
Mhm.
and so like that's kind of what I wanted. Like I didn't think I wanted a high school sweetheart type of thing, but I knew that I wanted a love like that where like
Oh.
I could grow up with that person in all aspects of life and like see them grow up with me kind
Mhm.
of thing.
It's so sad how rare that is today.
It is rare.
Yeah,
It's
but that
kind
makes
of
it more
it
special.
does, and that's kind of fun about it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm jumping ahead a little bit,
It's
but
okay.
having older
Yeah.
sisters and obviously your mom, I'm
Yeah.
curious about, did they have kids before you, and did that impact your, like, as you were
Ooh.
thinking about when do I want to have kids and
Yeah.
how am I going to, where am I going to birth this baby? All that.
Yeah,
Did that have any impact?
definitely. My oldest sister Leanne, she has 4 kids. She has a whole soccer team.
Oh yeah.
And then my second older sister Shannon, she has 2 kids.
Okay, so you're the baby. Oh no, that's
I'm
4.
fourth out of 5.
Okay.
So I have a little sister and then an older brother.
Okay.
So there's 2 girls, a boy, 2 girls.
Okay.
Yeah. My brother doesn't have kids, but my 2 older sisters do, and I loved being an aunt. It was so fun. I loved being able to like give them back at the end of the day when I was
Mhm.
like over them.
Yeah.
But I knew that we wanted to have a family. It was really hard because at first when we got married, I was like, let's have a kid tomorrow. Like I'm
Mhm.
down. And then you get married and the bliss and the excitement of the wedding wears off and you're like, oh no, like I'm a real adult now. Like I don't know
Mhm.
if I'm ready to have kids yet. So I definitely would say like I definitely don't want 4. Seeing 4 is a lot. Like my older sister is superwoman. I don't know how she freaking does it every
Mhm.
day.
Mhm.
That's not something I want, but I
Mhm.
think I want more than 2. So it's like kind of
Mm,
nice to like
mhm.
see the different sides of each of my sisters and like how they parent,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, and that probably satisfied any, like, desire you had that you had to kind of wait
Correct.
on. Like, I'll
Correct.
just go hang out with my nieces and
Yes.
nephews.
And it was helpful because my husband didn't grow up with children. So
Oh,
like
mhm.
my nieces and nephews are his only nieces and
Yeah.
nephews. So it's nice he like kind of got a sense of like what having a kid around would do, and they were
Mhm.
a little older. He was around all of them from the time that they were a baby, but
Yeah.
really it was when we moved back in 2020 from the Bay Area that like we like
Oh.
saw them a lot and we were hanging out with them a lot.
Mhm.
He didn't hold a newborn baby until his own.
Wow. Wow.
So it was just nice to have him be around kids and just babies in general to kind of
Mhm.
get him a little bit more comfortable
Yeah.
when it was his time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So, when did you decide? When did you guys have that talk of, like, "I think it's time now?"
Yeah. We were in Hawaii actually for a friend's wedding. It was 2 years ago. And I probably much like you guys, I was on birth control since I was like 15, right? Like
Mhm.
I feel like that's like the normal thing that our
Mhm.
generation had to do. Like
Mhm.
you get on birth control, you get acne, get on birth control. You have bad cramps, get on birth
Yeah.
control. So I was on birth control
It was
since I
almost
was
like the rite
15.
of passage, like, you
Correct.
start your period, you get on birth control.
Yes, like you just do it and it's
Yeah.
like,
Did
okay. So I had the IUD for 12 years.
Mm.
So I hadn't had a period in 12 years.
Shut up.
Yes.
'Cause they typically don't do that for, like, what we call, like, a woman that hasn't had any babies.
Yes. Yeah. So I had the Mirena for 5 and then I got the other one, the
How
copper one for
was that? That
7.
is, like,
I loved it,
I know,
honestly.
but I'm talking about the
Oh, it was awful. That part is awful.
at
But, like, now I gave
15.
birth, I'm like, "Whatever."
Oh, yeah, I've heard once you've given birth,
You're
it's like,
like, "It's
"Did you put it
easy."
in there? I didn't even
You're
feel it."
like, "I
I know,
didn't
but
feel
at
it. What's going on?"
15, oh my
Yeah. So,
god.
not since it was a lot, but I finally was like, "You know what? If we want to have a child anytime soon, like, I kinda need to get my body ready. I haven't had a
Yeah.
period. I don't know even like what my cycle is. And so I got off birth control right after my sister-in-law PD got married,
Mm.
took my IUD out and kind of just like let my body kind of just do its thing. And
Mhm.
so I had my first period in November of 2023. We went to Hawaii that same month and we kind of went on like a nice little dinner date. And I was like, what are you thinking? And when you're married, you have multiple conversations, right?
Yeah.
This isn't the only one, but previously we're like, let's just wait, see what your body does. Let's see how you react, all the things,
Mhm.
and then let's talk about it. So at that wedding in Hawaii, we kind of just realized like, we're ready. Let's give my body 6 months to kind of like get data into my app,
Mhm.
give my body a chance to just kind of like be itself. And then we'll start trying. And that was kind of the conversation that happened. So it was like November of 2023 when like we officially decided like in 6 months, we'll come back together and see
Mhm.
if we're ready to start. And obviously we were.
Yeah.
And you got pregnant pretty quickly, if I'm doing the math in my head.
First try.
That's wild, because typically
Yeah.
for somebody with no period for 12 years,
Correct.
usually the story goes differently. It's like, oh,
Correct.
my period like still didn't come back, and then we had to do
Totally.
all this stuff to
So
help.
your
and-
period completely went away from 15 to.
It was like 7, yeah, because I was on the pill from 15 to 17, and that was awful. And then I did the patch for like a month, hated that. Then did Depo-Provera, gained like 30 pounds off that in like
Love
high
that.
school, which is awful. And then went to the IUD. So I tried like 4 or 5 different before I went to the IUD. Yeah, but I didn't have my period the entire time I had the IUD.
I would like forget how to deal with
Oh, it was awful.
that.
And of course, it's like on Hawaii trip that
Yeah.
I get my first period back, and it's
Of
like
course.
cool.
Yeah, you're like tampon.
Yeah.
What do I do?
Like,
You know?
do I have a pad? I don't know. Like, I didn't even bring anything with me. I was door dashing something from like a random mart in Hawaii that was like 40 minutes away.
I mean, just every time I get my period back after having a baby,
Yeah.
I put the tampon in wrong for probably like 2 months straight.
How do
And I
you-
can't
how do you
walk.
put it in
And I'm like, I
right?
don't remember how to put it in.
I think I'm putting my tampons in wrong lately.
You shouldn't feel it.
Yeah.
And I feel it.
I think
it's
I'm
probably
just super dry because I can feel it like.
I was like, what is happening? Yeah, Kyle has 3 kids.
Unfortunately,
He's
yeah.
fine. No, I was obviously very grateful that we got
Mhm,
pregnant so
yeah.
quick.
Mhm.
I just thought like me having my no period for 12 years, being on birth control for so long, like,
Mhm.
you know, I didn't know what my body was going to do. I thought it was going to take us years. Like I truly
Wow.
thought like we were going to be doing this for a long time.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then the first try.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So definitely got very lucky with that.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. How did you feel when you saw that positive test?
I was shocked. I did not think it was going to work the first time. I don't know about you guys, but I had a lot of friends that had struggled with fertility. And so I just thought that was going to be my life.
Yeah.
And so I thought it was fake. And then my husband had like the most like mundane, just like reaction as like a dude, like
Yeah.
of course. He actually thought it was a COVID test at first, which I thought was hilarious.
I'm, like,
I
oddly
just like
similar.
dropped it on his desk. Well, I was supposed to start my period on that Saturday, and that Friday I was leaving for my friend Katie, her surprise engagement in Kansas City. So I told him like I'm supposed to start it on Saturday. If I don't start it when I get back Sunday, we'll take a pregnancy test together. And that was on Tuesday. And then Wednesday I woke up and my follow-up was like, well, you could take a test. It's
And
early
then
enough.
if you hear that, you're like,
And then, of course,
Say
you hear
less.
that. I'm like, I jump out of bed.
I mean,
He's
I
on a
could.
call. I like go in the bathroom. I pee on it. I leave. I go make a coffee. I open some envelopes. I open some pack. Like, and then I forgot that I took it.
mhm.
Girl,
And then I was like, oh, I need to pee. And I go back and it's like sitting there. And I was like, oh, I should probably record myself.
was this
just
your
in case.
first pregnancy test you've ever taken?
No.
Okay,
No.
okay.
Not because I was scared, just because like when you don't get your period on
Yeah,
IUD,
you
you
just
just
gotta
never
check.
know.
It's
Yeah, you
part
just
of being
gotta
a woman.
check.
Yeah.
You got to check every once in a while. So I go back in there and I decide to record and I flip it open and it is very much
Wow.
positive.
Oh my
Like there was
gosh.
no, is this a lie?
Yeah.
No, yeah, very, very positive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was it like, or was
yeah,
it like,
I just started laughing because I was like, I didn't even know what to do. I was like, because the whole experience of like trying for a baby is like kind of awkward if you
Yeah.
really think about it. It's like you have to plan your sex and you have to
Mhm.
plan this. And it's just weird to me, like the whole experience. And so it was just like a weird, we've been together for 16 years. I don't think we've ever planned to have sex ahead of time. It's like, I'm ovulating this day, and this day. So let me
Make
know
sure
if
you're
you want to
home, yeah.
hang out, you
Yeah.
know? It's just like an awkward thing.
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of like, phew, we don't have to
yeah,
we
do
don't have
that
to
again?
plan for sex again. Thank God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it totally can be
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
I love when people tell me they're trying, or like anyone,
They're
not
trying,
even,
yes.
we're trying for
Like,
a baby.
oh, you guys are having sex a lot.
Yeah.
Good for you.
There's people out there that are like, so I don't know. I think I ended up on some Reddit forum where they were like so uncomfortable
Yes.
with the fact that people know I've had sex because like they know I'm pregnant.
Yes. And I'm like, guys, we got to get over that.
Yeah.
But then I was also like that too. It was like telling people like I'm pregnant and just basically telling me that like my husband came in me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just like stupid shit like that that's in your head and you're just like, get over it. Like
Yeah.
everyone knows it's all right.
Yeah.
You're okay.
Yeah.
You know?
That is your husband.
I know.
Yes. So good.
He is my husband. Yes.
We've only done this one time.
Yes.
And-
One time and it happened. Crazy. Yeah.
Okay, so you're pregnant.
Yes.
How
You have
said you had
sex.
I had
Sorry.
sex.
you had an easy pregnancy, fairly easy, you said?
Yeah, it was pretty
Okay.
easy. I'm someone that gets sick a lot. I feel like I have like a really weak immune system or something.
Mhm.
I take my vitamins, I do all the
Mhm.
things. So I thought I was gonna have a really crappy pregnancy, honestly.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna be sick a lot, but out of the entire 39 weeks that I was pregnant, I think I got nauseous twice. So it was
Mm.
like not terrible.
Yeah.
I was just exhausted the
That's the
entire time.
worst.
And as you guys know, I'm like very go, go, go. I like to do a lot
Mhm.
of things. I like to be constantly moving and grooving. And you can't really do that when you're exhausted and pregnant. And so that was the one thing I did not like about pregnancy, was just not feeling like myself.
Yeah,
That was
it's
really
really
tough for me.
hard.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But other than that, like truly I had a very, very easy pregnancy. Like I was very
Good.
blessed.
Good.
And I knew right off the bat that it was a boy, which was
Really?
crazy.
Tell us
Yeah.
about that.
I don't know. Someone had asked me, I think I was telling my in-laws and then my parents first. And I think both of them had asked, like, what do you think it is? And both times I like immediately, I didn't even have to think about it. I was like, it's a boy. They're like, really?
Mm.
I was like, yeah, it's a boy. Like,
Wow.
I didn't see myself as a girl mom first
Mm.
time.
Mhm.
I don't know what it was. I don't know. I I just, for some reason, I knew that my husband needed to be a boy dad first.
Mm. Mhm.
He needed the boy to wrestle with and,
Yeah.
you know, do
Mhm.
his thing with.
Mhm.
And then he could have a girl that made him really soft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's next.
Yeah, hopefully. People keep asking, like, "Are you gonna try for a girl?" And I was like, "What do you mean try for a girl?" They're like, "Well, there's, like, certain sex positions that you can do." I was like,
Oh
"Can
my
we not
gosh.
overcomplicate this?" Like, no.
You're like, I already don't like that we had to even plan it.
Yeah,
So
like, I'm not gonna plan the positions now. Like, no. I'm just gonna have sex and get pregnant, and if it's a girl, great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Like, God.
Oh my gosh.
People be wild.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah.
We got a lot of those comments with
Yes.
the third. Like,
Yeah.
oh, are you really hoping it's a boy? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna actually put this up for adoption if it's a
If
girl.
it's not,
Yeah.
yeah, we
I'm
don't want
welcome
her.
in my home.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
No.
Yeah.
See, we're disappointed.
You had a third because you wanted a boy, right?
Yes.
I'm like,
Yeah,
yes,
no,
exactly.
yeah,
That's exactly what I was
Yep,
thinking.
exactly.
It's all that matters.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
Yes.
enough about me. Okay, so fairly easy pregnancy.
Yes.
What in your pregnancy, what were you thinking? What were your discussions with Mark about, like, what hospital? Are we doing a hospital? How do I want this baby to come out? Are we
Yeah.
scared? Are we excited?
Yeah. I think, which I'm sure you can relate, I think for the girl, things change as soon as you see that positive, right?
Yeah.
Like your entire life kind of like flips upside down. But for the guy, it's like, I got 10 months. Like
Yeah.
I can still do my thing. I can still go out with my friends. I can go drink, right? All the
Mhm.
things. Like their life doesn't change. And so for Mark, me trying to bring up kind of like what I wanted to do or where I wanted to go, or if I wanted to be medicated or if I didn't, if I wanted to have a birth plan or I didn't,
Mhm.
that seemed like crazy to him that I was like trying to think about it so quickly. But as a woman, like you have to.
Yeah.
I knew that I wanted to do a hospital. My oldest sister is, again, I say superwoman. She had 2 births at home.
Mm.
She crazy. I could never. It's not something I would ever want to do, but I think it's the coolest thing ever when a woman does decide to do it.
Mhm.
For me, I think my anxiety was really high during pregnancy because I
Mhm.
had heard so many horror stories of
Yeah.
losing babies and all the things that I knew that I wanted to go to a hospital. And I decided on UC Davis in Sacramento. They had they have a great residency program. They're a resident ran program. So it's a teaching hospital, which I thought was really cool.
Mhm.
And I had a couple of friends actually deliver there. And they had a fantastic experience.
Mhm.
One of which, like, she almost died and
Well,
the team saved
that's
her
what
and
they're
all the
very
things.
good
So
at.
like,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, like clearly they're good. So I decided on a hospital and my husband was like, whatever you want to do. You're the one
Mhm.
that has to give birth. So like I will just be wherever you need me to be.
Mhm.
Which kudos to
Yeah.
the king. Yeah.
Yeah. So UC Davis.
Yes.
MedSen.
Yes.
And you're so close.
Yeah.
Literally,
That's what I was thinking.
if I hit every light, we can get there in 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's like, and for me, for
No-brainer.
like my mental health, I was just like,
Yes.
that makes me feel so
Yes.
great.
Yeah.
You know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 Okay. So let's get into the birth story.
Yes.
We're at the end of pregnancy.
Yes.
Tell us about that. How were you feeling?
I was always a little nervous about birth. And
Mm.
I don't think anyone really like warns you that like it's okay to be a little scared, right?
Mhm.
Especially your first time. You have no idea what to expect. Every birth is different.
We need to backtrack.
Yes.
Did we do anything? Like, what was our prep?
Oh,
Was
yeah.
there a
Classes.
doula discussion?
Yeah, there was a doula discussion. I decided against it only because my mom was going to be in the room and she has been through 8
Yeah.
births of her own and then, oh, sorry, 5 births of her own. She was pregnant 8 times. 5 births of her own, and then my sister's all 4 births, and my other sister's 2 births. So I feel like she was kind of like a
Yeah.
doula in and of
Yeah.
Yeah, for
itself.
sure.
And I also I knew that like if I got overwhelmed or frustrated or stressed, like I could kind of just like kick everybody out if
Yeah.
I needed to.
Mhm.
And then I'd be like, well, I just paid this doula. Like, why am I kicking her out? Kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So in my brain, I was like, it would just be easier for me to have my mom there. And then I only wanted my mom and my husband. Like that was big for me. We did do a birthing class. UC Davis actually does it for free for anyone that's going to UC Davis, which is kind of cool. It's all day. It's on a Sunday,
Ugh.
8 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's
Ooh,
wild. Wild. I felt like I was in school again, but I actually really liked it. My husband was like, meh, whatever. It actually made me feel so much less scared. Like they showed you the epidural needle. They showed you the Foley
Oh.
balloon, which is all the things I ended up getting, right? So like it actually for me in my brain, I was like, okay, if I know what to expect,
That's nice.
it was
Yeah.
easier for me to like kind of get through it. So I actually really liked it. Shout out UC Davis. Like it was great, honestly.
Okay, so you had this class that
Yes.
helped you feel a little bit better, but
Yeah.
it is really wild to think like the only way to get my baby is I do have to birth it.
Yeah.
I had that thought.
Yeah. I
Like,
was like, oh,
ooh.
I can't just like teleport it out.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of weird.
It's
Yeah.
kind of scary. Yeah.
And also, I've always been the type that's like, I'm kind of like guarded. Like, I don't really like get naked in front of a lot of
Mhm.
people. And so, like, the thought of me
Morgan.
just like spread eagle, just like ready to party in front of
Yeah.
a bunch of people, I was just like, am I going to be okay? You black out. You don't
Yeah, you
freaking know what's
don't.
happening.
Nope.
So it's fine. But that was a concern of mine. I'm not
For
going to lie.
sure.
Yeah.
Of course.
Or like, was I going to poop during birth? Was I
Yeah.
going to fart? I don't know. Like, that's
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
I still haven't farted in front of my husband.
Morgan.
I know.
Morgan.
We can talk about that later.
No, I have like so many
We can
questions.
talk
You're
about
like,
that
everybody
later.
talks to me
We
about that.
only have a certain amount of time, okay? This will
Okay.
take the whole time.
Wait, it's like timer. So you were a little bit shy.
Yes.
Weren't sure how it was gonna go.
Yeah.
Did you poop in labor?
I
or
did
birth?
not.
Wow.
Amazing.
I did not. I don't know if my mom's lying to me, but
Yeah, your OB's gonna be like,
yeah. I didn't. But
I
yeah,
didn't.
I didn't. Apparently. We'll see.
Oh my gosh.
I did tell my mom that if I did, like, just lie to me and tell me that I didn't.
Yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
please. Like, please just tell me
Yeah,
that I didn't.
so you didn't.
Yeah. Keep that going.
Yeah. No problem.
Okay, so you hit 39 weeks.
I did, and it was my last appointment. And it was at like 2 p.m, and I had let my husband know that morning, like, hey, I haven't felt baby in about 12 hours since yesterday. And he's like, okay, like, do you want to go in earlier? Do you want to just wait for the appointment? I was like, it's in 3 hours. Like, we can just wait. We'll go in. Got checked in. The OB was there. And with UC Davis, you don't have the same OB for every appointment, and you don't know what OB you're going to have for birth.
Mm.
It's just whoever is on that day. But I kind of liked it because I got to meet all of the OBs
Yeah.
throughout all of so like, I think I only met not one.
Did you meet Dr. Blake Zwirling?
Oh, that sounds familiar.
She's like the head. We had her on the podcast. She's like the head OB.
Yeah, like the chief
She's the
resident or
attending.
something. Or
Oh, yeah, she delivered my baby.
No way.
Stop.
Yeah, she delivered my baby. Oh, I really liked her a lot. She was the one in triage that was like, you should get induced.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
then she ended up just happening to be at the next day and get delivered my
Oh my
baby.
gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, went in and I had the very first question they always ask is like, how you're feeling? And then ask if you had felt baby. I had mentioned like, it's actually been quite a while that I haven't felt him, but I figured coming in here would be fine. She asked me when was the last time I could remember. And I had mentioned like yesterday at 10 a.m. It's now the next day at 2 p.m. In my brain, I did not know that was obviously a big deal. I tried to stay off like
Yeah.
the internet and ChatGPT and all the things, right? Like I wasn't like typing in those things because I think it just kind of made things worse. She shot up, grabbed the heart rate monitor to try to find his heartbeat. She did. And I could like kind of feel a sigh of relief from her. And then I was like, just kind of like asking like, what's going on? And she had said basically like in the last 4 weeks, like no sign of movement is a pretty bad sign. We just want to make sure that like you're okay, he's okay. I have to send you up to triage. It's like, okay. I didn't really think anything of it.
Was his heart rate fine? Like
His heart
normal?
rate was fine.
Okay.
My blood pressure was really high, obviously, because then I like heard that and I was
Yes.
like, okay.
Yeah.
And my blood pressure was totally fine throughout the entire pregnancy. So they were like, it's probably just because you're a little stressed and
Yeah.
anxious. So got to triage. They monitored him for 30 minutes. Came back in and they were like, he's totally fine. But your heart rate has not gone down and your blood pressure has not gone down. And the doctor basically said, like, if it was me and I was pregnant and this is my baby, I would just be emergency induced. Like you have an induction scheduled in 5 days. Like you're probably going to go home. You're probably going to be stressed. You're probably going to be anxious the entire time you're home. Like we have 3 other women in here and we have 16 rooms. You'll be
Have a good
treated like a
time.
queen,
Yeah.
like get on in there. So we chatted for a little bit and decided like, okay, let's just do it now. And it was the one appointment that I didn't fully body shower, fully
Of
exfoliate,
course.
fully shave. Like every other appointment, I would like went in. So I wanted to feel good, just
Yeah.
like I wasn't wearing
Clean
makeup or anything, but
girl.
like I just wanted to like feel
Yeah.
good,
That
One
is a
appointment I
good
didn't do
feeling.
that.
Mhm.
Had no
course.
suitcases, had just taken them out of the car for some reason. Oh, because Mark was cleaning the car, I think. Never put them back in. So we got moved to our room at like 5:30, and then he went home to take care of the dog, get our suitcases, and get us food and come back. And then started the induction at 8:30.
Okay.
Yes.
How did your induction start? Was it with the Foley balloon?
It was, yeah. So I went in at 1.5 centimeters dilated and 60% of face. So I was already
pretty
like a
good.
little
Yeah.
which
That's
is
a great
good.
stage.
So they started the Foley balloon. That was the first thing they did, and then they gave me a quarter of the miso, and kind of just like let it be. And it was like every 45 minutes, the nurse came back in to like pull on it to see nothing would happen. They gave me another quarter of the miso, I think like 3 hours in. So it was at like 11:30. And then at 1:15, the Foley balloon came out.
How was your Foley
Okay.
bulb experience?
So I actually didn't think it was horrible.
I
Like
wonder if it's because you were a little dilated.
I think so, and I think that's what one of my friends did say. She's like, I got the Foley balloon and I was 0 centimeters, and that was like the worst pain
I've
I've
been
ever
there too.
felt. I think it was maybe because, and I don't know nothing. I know nothing about this. So like
Bro,
I'm just
you know it. You
I'm
did
just
it.
like flying by the seat of my pants. But I did think that it was maybe because I was already kind of a little ready
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah.
So when that
Thank
Foley balloon
God.
came out, they just told me that we wanted to get you to 3 at the least. I was a 5 when the
Oh
Foley
my
balloon came
gosh,
out. So it was
that's
like
so good.
kind of going, which was good. And then they
Yeah.
started me on Pitocin right away.
And that was 1 a.m.?
That was 1:15 a.m. Yeah,
That's
so they started
so
me
fast.
Yeah.
and they said that. They basically told us when we checked in, like, plan to be here for like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
Like, your first induction, it's your first baby, plan to be here for a while. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
Bless
okay.
you.
Bless you, queen.
Sorry. I'm back.
I was so glad to have
Flew
you back.
away
We were
for a
worried about you.
second.
Yeah, so like 1:30 they started the Pitocin, and I knew I wanted to get an epidural, but I really wanted to just like I wanted to experience a contraction or like a couple just to like see, because
Yeah.
I'm hoping that with my next baby I don't have to get induced. I can just like go in naturally. So I knew what a contraction felt like. So I knew
Well,
when
you
to
know
go
what a
in.
Pitocin contraction feels like, girl.
Yeah,
You can
that-
do anything.
Those are wild.
You can do anything after that.
Yes. So I waited. I went from 1:15 on Pitocin to like 6 a.m. and they came to check on me. I was 6.5 centimeters dilated.
Wow.
And I was like, give me the epidural.
Yeah.
No.
That is such like a great.
Yeah.
That's a great
So far,
induction.
I'm
Yes.
just like loving this.
Yeah, I was like really happy. I just told Mark, I was like, if I can just get to 5 and then ask for the epidural, and if I can't, it's okay. But like, I would feel so cool if I could like experience contractions for a little bit, just try.
Yeah.
Because I have a really low pain tolerance and I'm kind of a baby. So I was just like very proud of myself for that. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, yes.
Seriously.
6.5 is
Yeah,
big.
yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah. So they did the epidural. I don't know the medical terms for this. All I know is that when the nurse was explaining it to me, she basically said that the breaks where they normally put the epidural needle were too small on my back. And so the places that they normally do it, they couldn't. And so they had to go a little higher or a little lower.
Okay.
So I had 7 dots on my back from the epidural needle going into my back 7 times. So the 7th time they finally got it.
Oh, girl.
Wait.
Uh-huh.
It's always me that's processing.
Yeah.
But what?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know.
Jamie's gonna comment again.
It's my hands. What? It's always my hands. Because I've heard from people like,
Yeah.
they'll tell me and they'll say like they had to do it 3 times. And
Yeah.
it's like, we're like, oh.
Yeah.
You just said 7.
Mhm. I'll send
And
you the
you just
picture of
said
the
that you-
back
yes.
3 days later with the scabs all down my back.
You also just said you have a low pain tolerance. So how did you do that?
I was just thinking this in my head. It is 2025. Like the fact that we have to sit still, going through
Yeah.
contractions, we're like hunched
has to
over
be
this
a better way.
big belly. There has to be a better way
You're right.
for this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was awful. It was an hour and a half. from start to finish.
Wow.
And having contractions.
Pitocin contractions.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
you don't really get a break.
No.
Yeah.
My
Did they
nurse
give
was so
you
sweet.
like any IV narcotics
They
before that?
did. I don't know what they gave. I was trying to think back, and I asked Mark if he could remember, and he couldn't. We couldn't remember what it was, but they gave
It's
me like
typically like a fentanyl
I
like
think that's what
cocktail or
think that's
something.
what it was, and I
Yeah.
think they gave me a dose of that, which like helped for 2 seconds,
Yeah.
and then you're right
Yes.
back to it, you
Yeah.
know. But once that happened, finally, I was like, okay, thank God. But then I guess this is normal. I felt like very dizzy, very lightheaded.
Yep.
My face turned white, and I
Yep.
like almost passed out.
Oh,
And they like laid me
jeez.
down, and I was there for like an hour, and I did not move.
Yeah.
Oh my
And I finally
gosh.
took my first nap.
Oh, well,
It
there's
was like
that.
kind of nice. So it was like
Yeah.
8 o'clock by this point in the morning. Um,
When they got the epidural and you got the all white
I was like
fleshy.
all
Yeah.
done at like 8 to 8:30, I think. And then finally took like a nap from like 8:30 to like 9 or 9:30. And when I woke up from my nap, I realized that I could feel my whole left side. So like I like woke Mark up from a nap and I was like, is this normal? And I literally lifted my entire leg by itself.
Oof.
Like,
Ooh.
and I was like, and
That's
anyone
not-
that knows that's got an epidural knows you shouldn't
should
be
not
able to do that unless you're getting a walking epidural. So this was at like 9 a.m. Finally realized that I could like feel it on the left side. And they had told me like where we placed it, you might experience some like, you might feel something, let us
Mhm.
know, have us come back. We left a lot of the line out so we could, move it and do what we needed to do. So
Okay.
don't feel like you can't call us. So we called them obviously. And at this point I was 8 centimeters dilated. So I was feeling 8 centimeter contractions all on my left side,
Oh my
only
God.
left side.
Oh.
And I like almost wish that I could just not just wish I could feel it on both
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
it
I
was
feel like
like
that'd be disorienting.
yeah, it was like very disorienting, very weird. And like, again, I have a very low pain tolerance. I was like bawling at this
Right,
point.
you're
Like
not
I was just
prepared
like,
for that.
no. And they were taking forever to figure, like they couldn't figure it out. They gave me another dose of fentanyl, I think. And like, I just like nothing was working.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think it took them like an hour to an hour and a half to finally figure out like what they needed to do. Finally it worked. And this was at like 11:30
Oh wow.
PM or AM?
a.m. now.
Okay, my
So
gosh.
this was like 2 hours later.
Yeah.
But this is from
Um,
now 6 a.m. to 11:30 where you're still dealing with this.
mhm.
How's your baby?
He's good. My nurse, shout out to freaking labor and delivery nurses. I mean,
Mhm.
they are just absolute queens.
Angels. Mhm.
She was incredible. She like handled everything. I didn't know what was going on half the time. So like she always just like took 1 minute just to like explain what was going on, asked if we had any questions, and then like let us know she would come back. But baby was fine. Heart rate was good. He was totally fine. It was like me that was having a lot of issues, apparently. Yeah.
I don't really think so. I think things were happening to you.
Things are happening a lot down there. So it was like 11, I think like 11:45 or noon that they finally checked me and I was at 10 centimeters and I was ready.
Wow.
So it was like less than
But that you didn't get like the epidural experience. Like you should have been
Mm-mm.
lounging,
Nope.
relaxing.
No,
No.
I didn't get that.
Mm,
No. I think I took 1 1 hour nap.
mm.
But this is fast.
It was
It
very
is.
fast.
So what time now we are complete?
This was at noon
okay.
and I got in there at 8:30 p.m.
okay.
Yeah, that
That
is
was pretty quick
incredible.
for a
Yeah.
first induction, first baby.
Incredibly quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I started pushing at 12:15 and he was out at 1:16.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes.
How was your pushing?
I didn't really know like what to expect, right? Like they don't tell you like what to expect until you're there. I think it took me a really long time to like do the right
Yeah.
push,
Mhm.
which I guess is normal.
So normal.
And so I think that really frustrated me. And then I was like
Mhm.
starting to get really tired and really like sad. My mom was behind me, like lifting me up every single time to like for me to get like
Yeah.
up and like kind of ready to go. And then my husband was on the left side, like holding my leg. But
Mhm.
all the doctors were like really nice and really incredible. And the OB was awesome. Like just keep like telling me like that. Did you feel that? That's the push I need from you every single
Mm.
time. So it was an hour of like pushing,
Yeah.
but it was like the calmest I think ever of the entire time we were there.
Mm.
Like I had music playing, they like lowered the lights a little bit for me. It You see it in the movies that like everyone's screaming and
Yeah.
crazy and and I'm sure there are births that are like that, but mine
Mhm.
was just so chill and relaxed and like the music that was playing, even the doctors were like this is really nice. Like
Yeah.
this is cool. And I was like, this is all I wanted for my first birth was just like chill, easy. And that was the first time since I'd gotten there that I felt like things were like actually chill.
And your
relaxed.
epidural was like balanced.
Yes. Yeah. Like I couldn't feel it. I felt like the pressure when he came out, but like it
Mhm.
didn't hurt. And that
Oh,
was like,
good.
I was really
Mhm.
worried it was going to hurt because you never
Mhm.
know,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And he was a big baby. He was 8'12".
Oh,
He's a
oh my
big boy and he had a
gosh.
huge head. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that feeling.
Thanks, Mark.
What were your wishes or like thoughts when your baby was born? Did you want to do like skin to
I
skin?
did. I wanted skin to skin, and then I just wanted Mark to have like that golden hour, so I could just like relax. We kind of got that, obviously. I didn't get a whole lot of skin to skin because that's kind of when the hemorrhage happened and all
Yeah, tell
that.
us about
So,
that.
I was holding him. Everything was good. Mark was kind of sitting down, getting ready for skin to skin, and I just kind of felt like a lot of pressure. No one was really saying anything, but I could like feel what was going on down there.
And when did your water break?
Oh, yeah. After the Foley balloon, right before Pitocin, they got me set up to break my water, and when they lifted me up to like put the pad underneath,
Mhm.
my water broke on its own.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was like, "Hold on."
She's like, "Wait, I think you're
Yeah.
good." I was like, "Okay." Yeah. So I think that I just felt a lot of pressure, but I like
Mhm.
didn't know what was going on. So finally, like my mom could see my eyes,
Mhm.
and I just looked at her. I was like, "I think you need to take baby. Like I'm kind of feeling a
Mm.
little weak. Like you just take him, put him on him, take him. I don't care. Just like
Yeah.
get him off of me, so like I can kind of like focus."
Yeah.
Mhm.
And finally, I think the OB kind of caught my eye and like could tell that I was a little concerned, but like no one was talking to me, and so she didn't realize what she did, but she, like, took her hands out and, like, they were just, like, covered in blood, and I think that kinda made me freak out, and my eyes got bigger, and she's like, "You're okay. You're fine.
Mhm.
Just a piece of your amniotic sac got stuck. We're trying to find it right now. We might
So
have to."
they knew that.
They knew
You
right
didn't
away.
know.
I did not know.
Okay.
Like, as
Okay.
soon as baby came out, um, Mark cut the umbilical cord, and then that's when I hemorrhaged. Like, it was very quick.
So you were hemorrhaging
Mhm.
and they didn't tell you?
Mm-mm. I think they
Okay.
were just
Taking care of it?
yeah, and I think what I think about is that, like, it is the teaching hospital, so they were trying to, like, let
Yeah.
the students also do it and have them help too. And so it's just kind of like there was a lot of moving parts that like
Mhm.
I wish they would have said something a little earlier, but then when the OB finally caught my eye and she was not focusing on
Mm.
whatever she was, she like instantly was like, "This is what's happening."
Yeah.
They had to bring in the 3D ultrasound or the some sort of 3D
Mhm.
thing to like check that they got all of it. They finally did. But I lost about 850 milliliters of blood. So it was pretty close to blood transfusion,
Yeah.
which I didn't know.
I always have to ask you to remind me, how much is normal?
I think 500's normal, and
Okay.
then anything over that just depends on how you're
Mhm.
doing.
And then they
Yeah.
told me, because they asked me, the OB said, like, we can give you a blood transfusion if you're feeling weak. Normally, we don't do it unless it's 1,000
Yeah.
milliliters. Like, they'll do it automatically. They won't
Yeah.
even
Mhm.
ask. But because I was so close,
Yeah, you were
they did
not very
ask.
far.
And I felt okay. A little weak, but like nothing. I just thought it was like, because I just birthed a baby.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
probably feeling like that was normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm just thankful you had the the epidural for
Yes.
that.
Yes.
'Cause
Because
that
they were
was
digging around for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. It was just a lot of
Okay.
pressure. Like, it didn't hurt, but it was just
That was
you
the
could
pressure.
tell it was just
Okay.
like there was something going on and there was a lot of pressure, but like
Mhm.
it didn't physically hurt, which was good. And I think
Mhm.
because I had the epidural, that's probably
Yeah.
why. Yeah.
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 I'm just curious, how was your like milk coming in journey? Because with blood loss like that.
Yeah. It came in I gave birth on a Wednesday and it came on a Friday. I was able to
Oh.
collect a good amount of colostrum in the hospital. Um, Breastfeeding was really rough.
Mm.
Really terrible, honestly.
Mhm.
We saw the lactation consultant in the hospital and she was fantastic. She showed me how to use a nipple shield just in case I needed it. I ended up using it my entire 6 months of breastfeeding. It was
Mm.
the only way he would latch.
You made it 6 months with a nipple shield.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Those things
Those
suck.
things are terrible. Like
Mhm.
yeah. I'm
Mhm.
hoping that with my next one, maybe they'll just have a better latch.
Yeah.
I think he was just lazy. He was just a big boy and he just
Mhm.
wanted milk and he didn't care how he got it. He just wanted it.
Mhm.
So I used the nipple shield for 6 months. And it was breastfeeding is really hard. But
Mhm.
I wasn't even gonna do it. So I'm just glad that I got to 6 months.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
For not like for your goal being like
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah.
6 months is, I mean, that's like the recommendation.
Yes.
Like make it to 6
Yeah.
months.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah. So tell us about postpartum then, because I'm sure that was part of it too. When
Yeah.
feeding is not easy, that
Totally.
already adds like such a difficult layer to what's
Yes.
already difficult.
Yes.
Postpartum.
I tried to breastfeed without the nipple shield for like the first 2 nights,
Mhm.
and it was just like a lot of crying and a lot of screaming on everyone's
Yep.
end.
Yep.
And then my oldest sister who has 4 kids came over on that Friday to meet baby, and then I was
Mhm.
like, "Can you come into the nursery with me and just like see what I'm doing. And like, if you can, she breastfed all 4 kids, like just
Mhm.
absolutely, again, super mom. And I was just like, I just need you to like look at what I'm doing, like look at how I'm holding my boob, just so you can see if like I
Yeah.
can, adjust anything. And she's like, you are not doing anything wrong. It's just your nipple. It's too flat. Like you're gonna have
Mm.
to use a nipple shield, and maybe that will help it form in a
Mhm.
couple weeks, and maybe he'll latch from then. And then she like put the nipple shield on, he latched, and she was like, that's the latch you need. Like, and it like
Mm.
she was like, it hurts a little and you'll get used to it. You'll be okay. And from then on it was okay.
Mhm.
From like month 1 through 3, I was sleep deprived, but I was on maternity leave. I was napping all the time with him. He loved a good
Mhm.
contact nap.
Mhm.
And it was blissful. And then 4 months hit and I really was not doing well.
Mhm.
I think that for me, it was more, I thought I was good. So then 4 months hit and I was like, "Why?" I felt like I was regressing with him.
Mhm.
Like he was going through a sleep regression and then I was going through what? Like that shouldn't make sense. And then as I went on, I realized a lot of my friends actually had the same thing. They were totally fine. And then like that 4 month,
Mhm.
6 month hit and they were not okay. And I don't think it was really depression. I think it was more anxiety for me.
Mhm.
Um, I was just like worried about everything. I was asking multiple times about one like small little thing that like I didn't need to ask a ton about.
Mm.
I was scared about a lot of things that like I didn't need to be scared, like that would never scare me in the previous 3 months, but then
Mhm.
started scaring me. So yeah, I think it was just like that 4 month hit and he wasn't sleeping. I wasn't sleeping. Sleep deprivation really can get you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. I think I was just reading a post. I know you sent me one about like 8 months being harder, but I was
Mm.
just reading one that a friend sent me because, as I was telling you before, I always talk about this. I'm like, I told my friends this time, I'm like,
Yeah.
check on me at 4 months. Like,
Please.
I'm going to be
Yeah.
okay, but I always
Yes.
lose it at four
Yeah.
months. So she sent me a post that said 4 to 6 months, all these things are happening. Like, that's when the nutrient depletion shows up. That's when the sleep deprivation is really messing with
Yes.
your hormones. Um, it's like all coming out at that time. And then
Yes.
you have their sleep regression on top of
Mhm.
it. And also at that point, like milk regulates. So I think that a lot of times hidden breastfeeding issues can show up.
Yes.
There's just so many things.
I think it finally just like got to me. He was a baby that hated the bassinet. We tried everything. We tried every single swaddle. We had a friend come over with their snoo. I
I was
mean,
going to say you probably
we
had to
tried the
see. Yeah.
heating pad. We did the
Yep.
heating pad and then we put him like we tried everything.
Mhm.
Everything that was recommended that was safe, right?
Yeah.
And it got to a point where like I was literally we were co-sleeping. And I
Mhm.
from day one was like, I am never co-sleeping. Co-sleeping is so bad. And then you become a mom and you're just like anything to get me through the night.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And he co-slept with us until he was 5 months. So I think that had finally gotten to me where like I never got a moment without him.
Yes.
And I never got a moment just my husband and I. Right.
Yes.
Since the moment he was there,
Yep.
we have always gone to bed with him. We were always on the couch with him. There was not a moment that he was just laying on his own and like my husband and I could just cuddle.
Yeah.
And it sounds so weird, but like when you don't get that for
Yeah.
4 to 6 months or
Yeah.
even a
Yes.
week,
I don't think it sounds weird.
it's
No.
just like you finally hit a wall where you're just like, is this ever gonna end?
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
everyone tells you that's mom, it's just a phase, it's not gonna last forever. But
Yeah.
when you're in it,
Yeah.
you're just like, screw this. Like
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
this is terrible.
Well, and add that to the huge identity
Totally.
shift of
Yes.
like I even with my third, I remember there was one time where I was like really not okay. And then Kyle had held him for like a couple of his naps because we had the
Yes.
same thing. Like
Yep.
I had to sleep with him on my chest
Mhm.
because he would not even sleep next to me in the
Nope.
bed. That was not
That
even
he was
okay.
on my
Yep.
chest until
Mhm.
4 months.
It's
Yeah.
these boys.
It's boys, man.
Yep. So he took him for a couple naps and then we had a doula come that night. And the
Okay.
next day I was great. And I'm like, you know what I just realized? It's because I didn't touch my baby continuously for the last 12 hours. I'm finally okay. Like everything's fine.
Mhm. And it's like, it's not that you love your baby any less because you need a
No.
little bit of time. It's just like, I think oftentimes moms forget that like you're still Morgan.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like you
Mhm.
still need that time to just be Morgan. Or
Yep.
you're still a wife. You still need time to just be a wife.
Yes.
Yep.
And I think
Mhm.
that was really hard for me because I was always the friend that showed up. I was always the
Mm.
wife that was like so on top of it. And, my husband and I are very PDA and we're kind of gross and we love to cuddle each
Mhm.
other and hold hands and do all the things. And I just like wasn't doing that because I
You
was
couldn't.
constantly being touched.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I was like, if you touch me or even look at
Mhm.
me the wrong way, I might pop off on you.
Yep.
Like I will crash out.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
so you just realize that like you have to take the time for yourself. And it took me a long time,
Yep.
but I got there and like
Mhm.
it's a lot better now. But like people need to talk about postpartum more.
Yep.
Yes.
100%.
Yep.
Even when you're in it, like talk to somebody, tell a friend,
Yeah.
tell a family member, like whatever, but don't be afraid because like I guarantee you somebody else is going through the exact same thing as you, or they
Yep.
already did and they can help you through it.
Yeah.
We're so weird as humans. Like, you can do anything for 24/7 for
Yep.
months and months and months, and everyone around you is going to be like, "Oh my God, you need a break. Like, what are
Yes.
you doing? This is too much." And then we give you a baby, and they're like, "Well, don't put it down.
Huh?
Just do
You're
it.
a bad mom if you put your baby
Uh-huh.
down. You need help. You can't handle
Oh,
this."
you asked for a babysit. Like I
What?
literally, we have a nanny and I work from home. And I think one of our friends was like, "You work from home. Why do you need a nanny?" And I'm like, "Would you like to come over here from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Yeah.
and see what he does?"
Mm-hmm.
Their babies are so much work.
They are.
And you need all the support that you
Yes.
can get.
Yes.
And it makes you a good mom that like allows the support.
Yes. And I think, choosing a partner that's really
Mhm.
hands-on, I think is like really
Yes.
important. I don't think that I could have gotten through the 9 months without my husband. I mean, he was up every single day the first 3 weeks until he went back to work, sitting up with me so I wouldn't fall asleep breastfeeding, holding up my back, giving me a massage while I was,
Oh.
changing all the diapers. He was a better swaddler than I was. Like I could not figure it out. And I was
Yeah.
like, I'm an aunt. I was a nanny for 5 years. Like, how can I not figure out how to swaddle? He like crushed it. He was the only one that was allowed to swaddle. Like, it matters who you have a kid with, and then it matters if
Totally.
you have a village, because
Yeah.
those are the two things that can, like, I still got postpartum anxiety, and
Yep.
I had a great village and I had an incredible husband,
Yeah.
and it hits you at any time.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you do to navigate your postpartum anxiety?
I got an extension on my maternity leave. I was supposed to go back to work like right after this happened, and I
Mm.
thankfully my work was incredible. Got an extension. I took a couple more weeks off of wedding planning. I saw a therapist. And I reached out to a lot of my friends that I knew that had postpartum anxiety. My sister struggled through
Mm.
it. And I was able to just like chat with them, and like every day they would check in, how are you feeling? And it was just nice to like be honest about it and not feel like I had to hide it.
Yeah.
And it was crazy, but I'm so glad I got that extra month with him at home without having to
Mhm.
go back. And I think that if I didn't do that, I would be in a very different spot right now.
Totally.
Yeah. I think I would probably be like, I'm never having a kid again. I'm never doing this
Mhm.
again. Don't ask.
Yeah.
I'm never doing it. And I'm so glad.
What shifted at that 5 months? He started sleeping in his own.
We did sleep training.
Okay.
He sleeps in his own crib. Does he sleep through the night? No, but he sleeps
Yeah.
on his own. And like he goes down at 7, and now my husband and I like have
I was gonna
time,
say
just
that
him and I.
Makes
Yeah.
such a difference.
It
Like,
does.
to have 3 hours or so,
Yes.
like to be able to put your baby down and be
Yes.
separate from you, and
Have your nights back.
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
And like
even if they're up all night.
we might not stay up.
No.
Right? Like we might go to bed at 7:45.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
at least we had those
You
30
decided
minutes.
to go to
Yes.
bed though. You
Yes.
weren't like, well, the baby's
Baby
gotta
has to go to
go,
sleep, so
so
we have to go to sleep,
Yeah.
right? And it's just like crazy that I don't have to ask permission of like, hey, can I go
pee?
shower really quick? Can I go
Yes.
pee? Because he's holding the baby because he's asleep on his chest. No,
Yeah.
he's in the crib. I can go do whatever the heck I want, and I
Mhm.
don't have to ask. And
Yep.
same with him. He can go work. He can
Yeah.
go in the sauna. Whatever he wants to do for those 2 hours until bedtime,
So
he's
nice.
able to do. And that was like the shift, I think, in like
Yes.
my mental health, and honestly my husband's, of like I have my
Mhm.
wife back, I have our life back, we have a little bit of like bonding time, just him
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
I, because it can get really hard when you're just going through the motions every day, doing
Yeah.
the
For
same
sure.
thing every day. It felt like Groundhog's Day
It
every
does.
day.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's, I think, also part of that like nighttime scaries.
Yes.
Is like,
I got them bad.
yeah,
Yeah.
here we go.
Especially
again.
when they're in the bed with you. It's like
Yeah.
you just
Yeah.
never feel like you have a moment alone.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Co-sleeping's
Absolutely.
wonderful, but yeah, you
a lot.
sacrifice
It's a
that.
lot. I love that I did it, right?
Yes.
Like I do miss it
Mhm.
sometimes where it's like, oh man, I miss him.
Mhm.
Come back. But like he sleeps so much better. And so are we, right? Like
Yeah.
he's sleeping better. I'm sleeping better. My husband's sleeping better. Our dog's sleeping better. Like
Yeah.
everyone is getting sleep. Thank
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor Finn.
It's such an adjustment for the fur babies.
It really is. I felt so bad. I think he had a harder first night than we did. So
Yeah,
poor guy.
probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we talk about this a lot. Like, obviously, me working in the lactation
Yeah.
field too, like co-sleeping is very not talked about. When I
Yeah.
had my first baby, I worked in an office with a lot of lactation consultants, and my mental health was very bad.
Yeah.
And I said to Kyle, because I didn't want to sleep train, but
No.
I said at like 5 months postpartum, I was like, someone's going to die. And so we need to sleep train.
Yes.
Like, it's me or the baby. Like, that's how dark it was.
Yes.
That might be too dark to share.
No, it's
But that's the point I was at. And I'm like, something has to happen.
yeah, something has to change.
Yeah. So we did that, and people didn't talk to me at work when I shared that I sleep trained. And I'm like, well, that saved my life. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
sorry that I did that, you know? And it's very
frowned upon.
Yes, it is.
And
yeah.
people don't realize that it's not just, we don't just stick the baby in the crib and let them cry until they fall asleep. That's not what sleep training is. If you actually just took a moment to research it and find the method that works for you, I promise you that like you would understand it more.
Yeah.
And you often find that the people that are judging are not moms.
Yep.
Or not dads.
Yep.
Isn't that crazy?
Yep.
And I was that person, right? I didn't have a kid, and I found out that one of my
Yeah.
friends was co-sleeping, and I was like, are you okay? Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I could never. And then literally 2 months later, I had my baby and I was co-sleeping. And I texted her, I said, I apologize. Like, I totally judged
Yep.
you, and I'm in the same spot you are. And she's like, it's just easier. I was like, yes, it is.
I'll do these intake calls with these families that'll
Yeah.
hire us for like postpartum doula
Yeah.
services or birth doula services. And they're like, okay, I really want to do this and I'll never do this. And I'm like, totally. But my best advice for you is just
Be open.
keep it open field.
Yes.
Like we don't know this baby yet. We don't know how you're going to respond. There's no bad option on the table. There's no good option on the table. It's just the option that works in your home.
Yes.
And I'm like, no one. And then they'll say things like, oh, like I'm the only one experiencing this. I'm like, people lie. Like
Yes.
no one tells the truth.
Totally.
Which is fine. No one needs to know what happens in your home. You do what you need to do to survive. But just know you're not alone.
Yes.
Like everyone's not sleeping. No one loves it. Like everyone has moments of regret.
Yes.
Of like, why did I have this baby?
Yes.
Like all of those things are in the intrusive thoughts. Like
yes.
it's all. But then we're in homes and we see it, and
Yes.
I'm like, oh, I wish more people like
saw this.
as literally
Yes.
every single mom.
Yes.
Every single mom.
Because I thought like my baby was just a unicorn baby. It was just like, because I had a friend who had her baby 2 days before I had James, and her and I became, I call her my middle of the night friend. For like the first month, all we did was text each other in the middle of the night, because when she was up, I was up, and it was like kind of nice. She was breastfeeding, I was breastfeeding, so we just got to talk, and her baby slept incredible in a bassinet, like all through the night, every night, and I was like, must be nice. And then we flopped. I sleep trained, and then her baby got sleep progression, and then she started co-sleeping.
Yeah.
And like it was just crazy that like that can happen. And she's like, I just didn't realize that like your baby can just like switch up routines and just like stop. And I was like, I didn't realize it either. And you know, it's just no one talks about it enough, and it's like you just have to do what you need to do to survive, and like who cares what anyone else thinks. And it's again, it's usually always the people that are not parents that are judging the hardest.
And
then,
or they had a unicorn baby,
or they had a unicorn baby that slept through the night at 4 weeks
so
old.
they're
Yeah,
like,
but then
I don't
that baby that
understand.
slept probably didn't eat or didn't poop or didn't
Yeah.
crawl.
Yes. They
all
There's
have
always
something.
Always
something.
something, right? Like my baby doesn't sleep through the night and wakes up twice a night, but he is the happiest, chillest baby ever.
Yeah.
And like, I'll take that over anything.
Yeah.
If he's happy during the day, okay, I'll wake up twice with him.
Yeah.
He goes right back to sleep. Who cares?
Yeah.
Still getting 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Compared to the
Crazy.
3 that I was getting when
I'm
he was a
fine.
newborn.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm okay. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that.
Yes.
I appreciate that discussion.
Yes.
And you sharing your birth story.
Thank you for having me. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any like final thoughts or anything that you want to say to a mom that's in the thick of it?
Oh man. Just don't be afraid to reach out. I think we often feel as moms that we're a burden, that we're going to like reach out to somebody. Like I have a lot of friends that are moms, but then I have a lot of friends that are not moms. And I always thought like I could only text the people that were moms because they understand it and they get it. But like everyone is there to support you. They'll support you in their own way. They'll support you however you need them to support you. But like, don't be afraid to reach out, because I think oftentimes we do feel like we're burdens, and you're not. Everyone has gone through it. Everyone's done it. I was there for plenty of my friends that were moms that I wasn't a mom yet for, and they did it back to me. So just like remember that it's just a phase. It'll be over soon, but it also goes by really fast, and you don't get that time back. And that's what's scary is like he's already 9 months, and like
I know.
I would go
He's
back.
gonna be a year.
Yes, like I would go back any day to those newborn stages
Yeah.
and just like only get 2 hours of sleep. I wouldn't care, but like it would be the best day ever. So just like enjoy it while it's there, because it doesn't last forever.
Yeah. Oh, that's good advice.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
guys.
That
I
was so
appreciate it.
sweet.
Yes.
I
Thank you
know.
both. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us on Girly Pop Birth Talks, where we hold space for the messy and meaningful journey of becoming her.
If today's story moved you, made you laugh, or reminded you of your own strength, we would love it if you subscribed, shared the episode, and left us a quick review.
We're so glad you were here.
Seriously, you're one of us now.
We can't wait to do this again soon.